Hey guys, did you know that WrestleMania is too big for one night? Again, I'm going to say that one more time because maybe you guys didn't understand me, you didn't hear me say it. WrestleMania this weekend, in case you guys don't know, is too big for one night. I swear to God, hearing that last night on Raw, hearing Tom Phillips say that on commentary was the most annoying shit on the entire show. I swear to God, this coming weekend, that's going to be the drinking game. Every time they mention too big for one night, you take a shot. That's right, you take a fucking shot. You've earned it. You fucking earned it. Too big for one night. Anyway, this is your Monday Night Raw review for March 30th, 2020. It is Tuesday, March 31st, 2020 right now. Thank you all for watching the video. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media and all that fun stuff. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, where I tweet throughout all these shows. I try to at least Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Dynamite. I'll try to tweet throughout WrestleMania. I'll try to be excited for it, even though it's already happened, but hasn't aired yet, if you will. So thank you all again. In case you guys have not checked out yet, last Sunday, myself and Big Mike were live for a live edition of Around the Point, and we gave our thoughts on Roman Reigns and many others pulling out of WrestleMania. And how WrestleMania is less than a week, is literally now in a couple days, and it's barely holding on. We also gave our thoughts on the entire two-part edition of Dark Side of the Ring, the Chris Benoit episode, how depressing that was, and just what we thought about the episode. So again, guys, if you have not checked that out, it's in the video archives of the channel. It's also available on all the podcasting platforms as we speak right now. It's on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radios, Apple, Google Podcast, Anchor, Spotify, and it's available over at okfabe.com. So again, go check that out whenever you get a chance. I'm gonna say this again. Listen, I do not want to be repetitive with this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. These past episodes of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, hell, even Dynamite, right? Even NXT, they've been depressing to sit through. Yes, they need a crowd. You need people to be there for the excitement and all that stuff. And I guarantee you, once the crowd comes back, that first show, it's going to be fucking huge. But it's been depressing to sit through. Depressing as all hell. I am appreciative for what they're doing. Don't get me the fuck wrong. I appreciate what they're doing. That being said, last night's Monday Night Raw, I will say, was a promo edition for a go-home show, if you will. And I gotta say, despite all that I just said, it got me to look forward to watch WrestleMania this weekend. Again, they're trying to make the best out of the situation, to hype up these matches, to get you excited. And they did that with these promos. Undertaker, Kevin Owens, hell, dare I say Edge, and hell, even Becky Lynch, believe it or not. And Paul Heyman. Gotta mention Paul Heyman. All these promos got me invested in the show because, again, they're key matches of the show. So I thought it was great, these promos that each person gave. But again, guys, give me your thoughts in the comments below. Your thoughts on the show. Did you enjoy it for what it's worth? And are you looking forward to watching WrestleMania, a.k.a. DorkMania? Happy DorkMania week. Which, by the way, it's too big for one night. Let me know in the comments below, if not on Twitter at HeelSteven. So the show kicked off with The Undertaker. You see him, he's shown in a dark room. And he calls AJ Styles Alan Jones because last week AJ called Undertaker Mark Calloway. So he's returning the favor. And he says that Styles has been off more than he could chew. Undertaker says that Alan Jones would have not wanted to try him 10 years ago because Styles was content being a small fish in a being a small fish in a big pond. Styles, and again, that's taking a little jab at Impact Wrestling, TNA. It is what it is. Styles couldn't hang with the likes of The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He also mentioned Edge. I want to say also Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, John Cena. It's Batista, I think, was also mentioned there too. If you get the idea. Be granted, the idea of Styles would have happened, right? If he would have gone to WWE 10 years ago. Honestly, I just think we've been mid-card guy. I don't see Styles 10 years ago being in the position that he's in right now. Who have been a WWE champion, US champion, and all that stuff. I just don't see it. He also went to say that Alan Jones crossed the line when he brought up her. That being Michelle McCool, Mark Calloway's wife. Maybe Styles is jealous that Michelle McCool does his finisher, the Styles Clash, better than he does. Undertaker basically also said that at WrestleMania, that if he tries him, he will make him famous in their Boneyard match. And he wants Alan Jones to bring over Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson as well, because he has something for them too. Nonetheless, again, this is what we wanted to see. More importantly, me, I think all of us too. Mark Calloway, the American badass Undertaker. Not the dead man, if you will. Then he said rest in peace, and you see a tombstone that says the name AJ Styles. And again, the idea that, hey, when he loses, he'll rest in peace. But what I liked about this, again, this is Mark Calloway, the man, American badass. And I hope we get that Sunday. Because the way I look at it is like this, right? When you're beefing with someone, right? Like an argument, or you're not getting along with someone, or you're going back and forth. Whenever the other guy references your significant other, whether it's your girlfriend or your boyfriend, right? Even for women too, I guess. That's crossing the line. Made it personal. Styles made it personal now. So now we're going to get a fight. And I look forward to seeing it. Again, probably one of Taker's best promos in God knows how long. I thought it was great. Awesome. Fucking awesome. We then go to a retro match from last year's WrestleMania. WrestleMania 35, the triple threat match for the both Raw and SmackDown Women's title in a winner-take-all match between then Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey, then SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair, and then Women's Rumble winner Becky Lynch. The triple threat. And again, I was there live. I was at MetLife Stadium for this match for WrestleMania. At the time, being there live, I remember that we were all tired as shit. That myself and Walter and many people that were there, we were tired. We were exhausted. The match didn't happen until like midnight. So we're talking about a Monday already, right? It was cold. It started to get chilly, right? And was it like the best match for a women's main event? No. I get it. It's historic. It's the first time that women main evented WrestleMania. Fine. Awesome. However, did this match deliver? No. Did not. Even watching it a year later, nope. Felt the same way. And again, you see the spots that you see in the match. Especially there's a spot where it looked like both Charlotte and Becky were going to powerbomb Ronda to the outside, and Ronda lands, and she goes like back first into like the apron, and she lands very crazy and shit. And of course the ending where Ronda's going for Piper's Pit, but then Becky counters it, and everyone thought, oh, there's a botch finish. Could make the argument, but that was it. Becky had her moment, the beginning of WrestleMania and stuff like that. And again, when you go back to that WrestleMania, what made it even worse too, that when we got out of MetLife Stadium, I remember it started to rain. We had to make this giant line to get on a train just to get back to New York, because me and Walter got an Airbnb in Brooklyn. Because the idea was we are not going to go back to our houses, or homes, if you will. In my case, Jersey, his case, Connecticut, for 4 or 5 days straight. Not happening. Back and forth. Fuck that. So we got an apartment out there, and that's what we did. We didn't get back to like Brooklyn till like 4 in the morning. I shit you not. Almost 4:30 in the morning, we got back to New York, back to Brooklyn. to our apartment. We smoked a blunt and then went back to sleep and shit. And I had to come back home that following Monday. I had to come back home. So we were just exhausted. Just out of it. That crazy it was. Okay. But that was that. That was the little preview again. And then after this, you had Becky come out. Because she was there, right? The idea was that she came out, presented this match, and she watched it with everyone else. And she said that, it's the first time that she watched the match back. And many people have tried to take the title from her since she won it. Shayna Baszler think taking the title will be the end of the world, and it is. Lynch finally figured it out. The whole time, Baszler trying to fight from out of Ronda Rousey's shadow. Then out of nowhere, Baszler sneaks up from behind, locks in the Kirifuda clutch. And then Baszler then ragdolls Lynch onto the stage and drags Lynch onto the announcer's desk and slams Lynch's head on the desk and then swings her to the desk head first. And then you see her holding on to the Raw Women's title. Again, there's a story there. Becky's promo was good for what it was worth. Not to go crazy about, but I thought it was an enjoyable promo. Talk about how, again, here's Shayna Baszler, who's Ronda's friend, who you can make the argument, is in the shadow of Ronda Rousey, right? You think of Shayna Baszler, yeah, for the NXT fans, for the diehard fans. Oh, yeah, look, it's this woman that's been tearing it up at NXT, but at the same time, again, for some of the casuals, it's Ronda's friend. I believe that at WrestleMania, Shayna does take the belt off of Becky Lynch. It's time, hopefully. But again, I enjoyed it for what it was worth, and also got me looking forward to their match, whatever it's on Saturday or Sunday, either one of those days. I gotta believe it's on a Sunday. I want to believe that their match will be on Sunday, or if not Saturday, I'm fine with that too. We then had, after this, the first match of the night, Aleister Black versus Jason Cade. Jason Cade is an independent wrestler. I do believe he was featured on Being the Elite a couple months ago. He's friends with Ricochet. The match was short. Aleister Black won with the Black Mass Kick. We then had Kevin Owens and the Street Profits. It was supposed to be originally them three versus Angel Garza, Rollins, and Andrade. Zelina Vega comes out and says that Andrade is out with an injury. Apparently, he fucked up his rib. So, being that she has the ability to, again, talk to any free agent, she, I guess, signed or got in contact with one of the biggest free agents in WWE right now, and out came Austin Theory. The real superstar, Austin Theory. And I gotta say, the idea, let this sink in, okay? Austin Theory, the former Evolve champion, right? On the eve of WrestleMania, in this case, pre-tape Mania, right? Is teaming up with Seth Rollins and Angel Garza. Even for Garza as well, like you're teaming up with Rollins. What world am I in right now? Seriously, what world am I in right now? And I thought overall it was a very fun 6-man tag for what it was worth. Everyone got their spots in. I thought Austin Theory, despite that one little hiccup where Montez Ford did a tope suicida to the outside, I think he was supposed to catch him, but he didn't. And Montez Ford went back first onto the outside of the ring like a stack of pancakes. Mistakes happen. We're all human. It is what it is. But even if that, I feel like Austin Theory hung here. And now he is going to be replacing Andrade at WrestleMania. So it'll be at WrestleMania, my bad. It'll be Angel Garza and Austin Theory versus the Street Profits for the Raw Tag Team title. So Austin Theory, again, the former Evolve champion, just signed at NXT a couple of weeks ago, wrestled Tommaso Ciampa on NXT television, is now going to be on the main roster, on his main roster pay-per-view debut, WrestleMania. Granted, empty Mania, lonely Mania, what have you. But that's crazy. It's fucking insane. Owens got the win for his team when he pinned Garza with the stunner, but Rollins then immediately stomped him afterwards, after the match, him with a curb stomp, and that was that, right? And after this, right, Owens stayed in the ring, and he cut this promo on Rollins. And I thought overall it was very well done too. Owens said that Rollins may have kicked some sense into him. Owens has been thinking about what Rollins said last week. Owens says the Performance Center was built in spite Rollins, basically, right? Rollins was a nightmare to deal with back then, and thought he was better than everyone else. No one could stand Rollins back in the day. All Rollins has done is to prove everyone is right. Rollins proved he is a dipshit, which is amazing. The fact that, again, it's a pre-taped show already, and they managed to keep the word dipshit in the whole thing, which is great, awesome. And Owens reminds Rollins that he hasn't accomplished anything on his own. Owens hasn't either, but he can admit that. Rollins can't. Owens says this Saturday he's going to be the one to burn it down. Again, Owens could cut a good promo as well. I'm not just saying that because I'm a big Kevin Owens fan, aka Kevin Steenmark, all the fuck you want. But that being said, he can pull a rabbit out of his hat, and he can make it work. And I do think, yes, it's a match that honestly I've seen already. I do not want to see at WrestleMania, but let's see where they go with this. Again, these two guys, they can go out, they can work. There's no doubt about it. It's just not a match that I look forward to. But I thought this promo was very good. To get anyone that's invested in this match to look forward to the match. So there was that. After this, we had, if I'm seeing my notes here, here we go. We had Edge. We had an Edge promo, which was on fire. On fucking fire here. And he talked about, backstage talked about Randy Orton, saying Orton was probably right. He is a junkie for the wrestling business. Orton wanted to talk about grit. Orton doesn't know what that word means. Being gifted a spot of evolution isn't grit. Grit is what a man does when he does things on his terms. Grit is fighting to get back here after 9 years. Edge was wrong. Orton isn't jealous of him. Orton is jealous of Edge's passion. Orton is okay with just being okay. Orton woke Edge up when he put his hands on Edge's wife. Orton dug himself into another hole. This time, Edge isn't going to be the one who pulls Orton out. And again, I thought this promo from Edge was great. I think, again, these two guys are going to go out there, and 9 times out of 10 are probably going to have the match of WrestleMania. Believe it or not. I think these two guys are going to go out there and just tear it the fuck up. Edge, in his first WrestleMania in almost 9 fucking years, when I have probably the match of WrestleMania 36, I'm all in on it. Sign me the fuck up. Sign me the fuck up. I'm just saying. But I've enjoyed this too. I've enjoyed the build-up to this too. Believe it or not. So good on them for making me want to look forward to the match. But it's all about grit. Because again, WrestleMania is too big for one night. May I remind you again, it's too big for one fucking night. After this, we had Asuka defeat Kaden Carter. She's from NXT with a submission of the Asuka lock. And then she went on commentary to talk smack about Alexa Bliss. They're supposed to have a match for the women's tag team title, which is not going to happen now, apparently. Whatever. Then after this, we've seen footage being shown of Charlotte Flair attacking Rhea Ripley from behind when Ripley was arriving to the building early today. You got to hype that match some way, somehow. I'm pretty sure this Wednesday on NXT, they'll do something too. Because you got to do something with these two women as well. I believe this match will be on a Sunday. And we'll see what happens. We then get another flashback match from the 2019 Survivor Series, Rey Mysterio versus Brock Lesnar. I want to say it was a no-holds-barred match for the WWE Championship. What I remember here, Brock took out Dominic a couple weeks ago prior to that, and as well as Rey Mysterio. So Mysterio's getting revenge. He wants revenge on Brock for Dominic, for what he did to Dominic. And for what they did, I remember just enjoying it, right? You knew Brock was going to win. You knew that for a fact. But you always know that Brock is able to work with these small guys, except Ricochet, of course. and I guess Finn Balor for that matter. But the moment where, okay, Dominic is like about to throw in the towel, and then Brock grabs him, and then Mysterio low blows him, and then Dominic low blows him, and Dominic hits him with a chair, and then Ray hits him with a steel pipe, and they both do the double 619. You just lose your shit because, again, you know Dominic is trained to be a wrestler. To my understanding, he still is, right? And they both hit the double 619. Granted, Dominic doesn't do it like his dad, right? I think the fact that, again, Ray is short, it's always that oomph, like that awesome wow factor to it, right? And then they both do the frog splash, and again, Ray is covering Brock, and then Dominic is on top of Ray, and the idea that, oh my God, Rey Mysterio is about to pull this shit off and win the WWE title, and everyone was just cheering their fucking minds in LA, and the near fall happens, and everyone's going, oh wow, it was so close, but then Brock Lesnar found the way and beats Rey Mysterio. And again, you got to remember this too. You show that match because, again, Brock is having a match at WrestleMania with Drew McIntyre, which is funny because after this, we get Paul Heyman's promo with Brock Lesnar, because that's how it is, right? And Heyman says that this is called the Go Home show, the Go Home segment of the Go Home episode of Raw before WrestleMania. If you look at the past 20 years, more often than not, Brock Lesnar is the one standing in the ring. Drew McIntyre stepped up and compared to most is special. Heyman lists a bunch of people who were also special that Lesnar destroyed. Lesnar's defeated icons. At WrestleMania, McIntyre will be proved that he is just Brock's bitch. The Claymore is a devastating move, just like the Rock Bottom or Hogan's leg drop. Lesnar will find a way around it, and he'll take on and get right back up. This time next year, Brock Lesnar will be standing in the same spot. Heyman guarantees it, and that's how they close the show. And 9 times out of 10, he may not be wrong. We might just see Brock Lesnar still WWE champion. If he's not, maybe the Universal champion. What I wish, though, honestly, and I know we got them before they went to the Performance Center, right? At least one time, the Go Home show, we got one-on-one, Brock and Drew. Hell, even Edge and Orton, one more time, them two win the ring. Maybe, wait a minute, didn't Edge and Orton have that thing on Raw like 2 weeks ago? I think they did. What have you. But still, you kind of get the idea. But again, we all know Paul's promos are always good, get you invested, and this one did as well. And again, I look forward to their match. I really, really do. I think this match will probably happen on Sunday. I think so. I hope so. It sucks because, again, it's not in Raymond J. Stadium, where you know for a fact Drew was going to win and have that moment with the Claymore, stuff like that. But we'll see what happens. Again, Raw overall was the pressing show to sit through. But these promos literally helped balance out the show. Were like the saving graces, if you will. And again, it just got me, I want to believe others as well, invested in this WrestleMania. Now let's see what SmackDown does. Hopefully SmackDown can deliver also these promos too and shit. But we'll see what happens. Guys, again, give me your thoughts in the comment there below. Your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. Did you enjoy the show or not? Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. I'll be doing a predictions video likely Wednesday for WrestleMania. Even though I know I shouldn't do it. It's already happened, but I'll still do it. And I'm still doing it anyway. All right? Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Again, if you have not checked out yet, Around the Point from this past week, and myself and Big Mike, we gave our thoughts on Roman Reigns and others pulling out of WrestleMania, our thoughts on the 2-part series of Dark Side in the Ring with Chris Benoit, and many other topics as well. So go give that a listen on the video archive of the channel, or if not, it's on all of the podcasting platforms that Around the Point is on. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, also over at okfave.com. With that being said, guys, I'm Steve. In case you guys don't know, WrestleMania is too big for one night.